Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. So the Utah Utes offense will go on the attack first. And out to lead this offense is Devin Dampier. And what a duel this should be. Two of the best quarterbacks in the country.
Two outstanding quarterbacks going head-to-head in this one, Dave. And both of these guys had opportunities either to go to the league or transfer in the portal. They were offered lots of money. They decided to stay at their respective schools, knowing that this matchup was going to happen. And these are two guys right now jockeying for individual awards. They're jockeying for draft position. More than that, though, they want to get to the playoff and compete for a national championship.
Two alphas, right? Like two guys that are the dudes for their squad. They know it. They've been on these teams. They're the leader of their teams. How do they handle this big-time moment? Who presses? Who tries to do too much and maybe cost their team a little? Both these guys have been great. This is a big stage.
Might be changing the route. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out, he had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Working that left side. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. All right, guys, let's take a beat here and think about Utah. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Yeah, let's stay hungry. Let's not be satisfied with the fact that we just broke into the top 25. Let's get in the top 20, top 15, top 10. Let's make the college football playoff. You don't want to get ahead of your skis here too early. It's a nice thing to be inside the top 25 now, but you want to continue to get better.
They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Quarterback making adjustments. To the air, it's Dampier. Release to the back. That's reeled in. It's Bray. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage. And one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
We'll see what the D does, but this crowd bearing down and getting loud on 3rd down. Quarterback keeps it. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And they get another 1st down. And this offense right now, man, it's just death by 1,000 cuts, right? Like not a lot of big plays, but they're finding ways to continue to move the football to get 1st downs. And a lot of times, man, the wear-out factor will come. You run a bunch of plays, and this defense can get tired.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
They'll give it to Parker. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. They're about to get through their entire opening script of plays. This is the 11th play of the drive. 3rd down coming up. Back to throw. It's Dampier. He's got his man. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. Looks as if it's their senior quarterback who's down on the play, and that is a guy they can ill afford to lose. We'll have Holly check on his condition shortly. They'll throw it from the red zone. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Parker. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use a timeout instead. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
To throw, it's Dampier. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This one will be a 43-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. It's been a defensive battle through the 1st period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd.
For what?
And here
Oh
comes
no,
the
I
field goal
just let the clock run out. The wind stopped blowing and everything else stopped shaking. It was an easier kick, and the quarter ended.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road.
But this is not easy with my starting quarterback already being hurt.
They get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road.
Yeah,
that's
thanks.
Impressive.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So Arizona's offense.
Yeah, I don't know that my routes really worked well for that. The only short route that I actually ran was covered up pretty quick.
He was good out in the field. He was good down near the red inside zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Right, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And, you know, you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get hit.
And the Wildcats come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll run the option. The pitch. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
I love defenses that can mix it up between man and zone, and I love the vision right here by the cornerback, seeing the quarterback the whole way, breaking on the football when that hand separates from the other hand. Nice job getting the deflection. Nice vision by that cornerback.
This time it's complete. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
And the Wildcats are rolling down the field. He leaves it with his back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. They'll stop the clock for an injured Wildcat. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They feed him again. Stopped at the 46.
He's fucking off that offensive lineman dove for a block pick.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough, and there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the air, it's Fafita. Going for it all. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Parker.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back.
Yeah, he got pretty lucky on that
The
one.
offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. They'll move the wide receiver. So the pop pass is...
I know, it was ugly. I was trying to get back to it pretty quick.
Really nice job by the quarterback. Hey, a lot of quarterbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. With the catch, it's Bray. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And that's a really fun toy to have. When you can go 5 wide and use your running back, man, and make them have to cover him with a bigger body. A guy that he's faster than, but a guy that can now run routes. And you see these running backs, man, they've developed so...
What the fuck, man? Why are you running me into that?
The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some
Fucking
credit
play is
too.
perfect.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush rush a few and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Quick completion to the right. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
Great job by the quarterback bouncing back. Just got sacked the previous play. Now all of a sudden it's second and long, and everybody knows you're going to be throwing it, but he comes right back. He stays in the pocket. He's staring down the field. He's not letting the rush affect him. He finds his open guy. He gets the completion. It's not a first down, but now you're set up third and short. And this all of a sudden looking pretty good for the offense.
Here comes the noise of this crowd doing everything they can to help the defense bear down on third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Quarterback will keep it. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical in the line of scrimmage by this offense.
To the air, it's Dampier. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
Man, this defense has their hands full today, because not only do they have to worry about the running backs, and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism, and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position, basically you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play, because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
He might want another play. Wants to throw on first down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Get the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, it's Dampier. Dumps it to the back. This time on target. He'll be stopped, but not before. He carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. The Utes have it in scoring position on first and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's second and goal. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wide receiver comes in motion. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. The Wildcats called their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Little bit of uncertainty there. Play clock down to 4, and they'll call a timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. After settling for 3 on that first drive, you want to give the other side a big momentum boost, a big confidence builder. Kick another one. It's 3rd and goal. Here comes the option. Quick toss. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Utes! Great job by the back on the option.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown.
And he's a lefty.
Add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Hunter. I imagine he's
Thanks,
going to
buddy.
get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Looking for a man. It's Fafita. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. What a play he made. Makes the interception, then takes it back to the 36.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Utes in the hurry up. Goes to the option. He'll do it himself. Piles through the defense. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Now the Utes take a timeout, and they don't have any more left. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wide receiver going in motion.
That guy is, he's supposed to be a fullback. He wasn't really where I was trying to go with it. It's funny.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
You suck.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After that false start, the whole approach changes now on 2nd and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Using his feet to buy time.
Dude, calm down. You are a fucking mobile quarterback. That's all you do is go in the fucking line.
The quarterback of this guy's caliber, missing a guy wide open in the end zone, he makes those throws in his sleep.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Deep shot for the end zone.
Dude, you motherfucker, it was clean.
This ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. On 4th down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. Splits the uprights. Good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll go out of bounds at his own 10-yard line, and that was hardly the return they were looking for. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We begin with the...
Hey, man. Just getting back from vacation and getting shit sorted out for the rest of the week. What's up with you? Got you. Nice. I feel like there probably needs to be a little assistance there from the people that told you it was safe to leave it there. Oh, nice. Okay. He worked one day. Um, he worked Thursday. Yeah, he did. I think after Saturday, he didn't want to work Tuesday. And then he worked Thursday, and then was playing golf on Friday. So yeah. But yeah, gotcha. No, I think it's he doesn't seem to have a problem saying no. So it really. I told him that I really need him tomorrow through Friday. Um, and he said that he has some personal stuff he's taking care of that he didn't know if he could commit to it. So I got to check back with him today. So it's which I don't really know. Kind of puts me in a little bit of a jam here because we got 18.6 300 square foot bathrooms. And it's going to be hard to do. I mean, it's just a polyaspartic, but I've got the cleaning and sanding is whatever. Like I may go spend the first day just doing that myself. I may be able to get Madison on me Thursday, but um, yeah, it's just the mixing, just the polyaspartic and getting it all out, mixing is really the biggest thing. It's just a seal job, so it's just clean, sand, and seal. So it's not the end of the world. It's just 1,800 square feet, which is bigger, So oh, gotcha. Just after a week having the truck back. Yeah, I'm lighter next week as of now. I think well, I have nothing on the books. There's 2 possibilities, but nothing on the books for next week. But I may have to go take a ride out to back out to Florida, unfortunately, unless I send like Greg or something. I don't know that I want to send Seth. But yeah, I'm going to find out here in a little bit what the final punch list is. But I'm actually working through the weekend. I've got this SEAL job tomorrow through Friday morning, and then I'm actually doing a DHL break room, which is only 300 feet. But I've got to do that over the weekend. Starting Friday afternoon is when I can get in. So I'm pretty much working tomorrow through Sunday. But then, like I said, next week at this point I'll have a ton of, like again, there's some couple of things that may work out or may not work out the same. So yeah, okay. Well, good luck, man. I hope we'll talk in the next end of the week, figure it out for next week. But hope the truck isn't not, too serious. Oh yeah, right, right. Oh God, I mean, were you $80,000? Yeah, right. Oh my God. Right. Uh, right. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Right. Well, I mean, it's business. If you're gonna do it, you need to do it on your fucking business. Make the car notes and make the car note a business expense. That's the only way you can do it. But then you're talking about, I mean, if you're paying, yeah, I mean, I don't, doesn't sound like you're paying cash for it, but then you're talking about a 9-10% interest rate, commercially. Yeah. All right, brother. Yeah, we'll talk soon. Yeah. Bye.
State Spartans taking on the number 14 team, the Washington Huskies.
He'll bring it out. It's Hunter. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. As we start the second half, what do you have for us, Holly?
Guys, coming out of the locker room, the Wildcats head coach told me he is very pleased with his defense right now. As you know, this quarterback that they're facing has got so much hype and so much attention, but they have been able to contain him in the first half. They get the ball here to start the second. We'll see if this defense can keep up that same momentum and shut down that quarterback here in the third. Back to you guys.
Appreciate that, Holly.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Arizona in a hurry. On 3rd and short, they're going to impose their will and move the chains. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. The Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Off play action. They're working that left side. There he goes. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Arizona moving the ball quickly down the field. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Makes one man miss. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. 6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves him with 2nd and 4.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Here comes the hit. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve.
They never fucking call that shit. Never call it against you.
Holding on the defense is just
For
a
you.
gift to the offense with the
Always
automatic
against
first down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Scanning the field is Fafita. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. But man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it.
There's a little room there. He's now up to 58 yards on the ground so far in this one, and he is closing in on that 1,000-yard mark. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
This drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drop.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. They'll bring him down at the 15-yard line as he made some hay after picking off that pass.
Hey, guys, I tell you what, man, they went into half. They were ready to rock and roll to start this second half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get an area where I'm in field goal range. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown, being smart with the football. He
Breaks into the open, makes it past the marker. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Here's Wayshawn one more time.
Where are you going, man? Just go in the fucking hole.
It'll bring up 2nd and 10. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. up as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
They're going to ride this running back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll go to the ground. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
The Utes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Here's a gift to Parker.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Gonna run it. It's Brave. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Trying to move them on the counter. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be fourth down. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. They'll try to start this final period by putting a 3-spot on the board. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Just drives it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Hey, guys, what I can see here on the Arizona sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Fafita. It's complete on the right side. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Arizona comes out with another first down. Wants to throw it again. Gets it to the back. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
He makes the catch. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Takes the handoff. It's Roberts. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Looking to throw, it's Fafita. Safe completion on the screen. He's brought down right at the 30-yard line, well within field goal range, but let's see what they do on this 4th down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Needs it to keep this drive alive. They make the stop, and he's got enough to move the chains, and they just had to have that 4th down. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. And the Wildcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. Arizona right back to the line. From the red zone, it's Roberts. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Touchdown, Arizona. Right on the money. He makes the grab in the end zone.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you've got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
Does not get there.
Sir.
They stopped him just short of the goal line and kept him from getting the 2. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away.
Dude, get off the field. You're fucking gone.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Fuck yourself.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Seriously, this just can't happen. A delay of game penalty, and it is 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got a man. It's Simmons. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Wildcats used the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. We'll see what the D does, but this crowd bearing down and getting loud on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Dampier. Here's the pressure. Myers on the move. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that. And the Utes will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. They're going to mark this one at the 15. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. Let's see if this rally can continue. A touchdown followed by the stop, and now they've got the ball back. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Turns it loose deep. That ball is
Oh my God.
and he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
What an effort by the receiver to go up and make the play with just 1 minute. You see it time and time again. I think
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Richardson. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's complete to the left. They just
So
gassed
good.
the defense on that one. They've got it down to the 23. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in...
And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Minute and a half to go, and to have a chance, they have to recover this onside kick. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. Reese, productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So just
Turning it on. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Utah. The Utes punched them right back.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Looking to pass. It's Fafita. He's taking the deep shot. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. And you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Looking to throw for it. But a little time, lets it go. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Man, he almost throws another one. And I tell you what, it's just been one of those days. Sometimes it's not your day, and just turning the ball over like they're a nonprofit, man, just giving it away. This offense has been reckless. It's been careless. They've got to do a better job of being smart with the football.
He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
I think we're going to see more and more of this in college football. It used to be that if it was 4th and inches and you're...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. It is plays like that that'll let you pile up some serious passing yards.
Man, what an effort. I mean, the layout to be able to catch the football, keep it off the ground. Nice job by this receiver, and that's why this quarterback's had a day. Guys making plays all over the field.
To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Ooh. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, and still on his feet. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score. With a little bit of time on the clock, now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And he tacks on the extra point. The clock is at 20 seconds left to play. They'll line up for an onside kick to try to pull it out.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest. I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance. You got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was...